Hi, how are you? कैसे हैं आप? Okay, today I'll talk about stocks on my radar part 2. Okay, so I've always told you that in the last installment, I've told you about some stocks which can do well. In this one, I'll discuss about some more. Okay, and also you have to use your discretion before investing. I have to say this every time. And also the stocks that I would be discussing, they have done well, and even though their quarter 4 has disappointed, but still they have done well. Okay, so and also some of them, their quarter 4 results have done well, but still, it's a mixed bag actually. Okay, so let's begin with my first stock. Okay, and I'll give you some reasons why I'm talking about these stocks. Okay, now as I told you in my last video, that these are those stocks which have done from 27 to 60% of upside in the last 1 year. So there are many more such stocks, and I would be discussing about them here. But at the same time, some macros that I want to discuss is that Chris Wood has said of Jeffries that the stock market can touch, our Indian stock markets can touch up to 1 lakh in next 5 years. He said, given in an interview. And also he's spoken about Korean and Taiwanese stock markets also, and said that they can go up by 100 bps in the next 5 years. So amongst the emerging markets, India is the shining star, as you always say. But this is for 5 years. Okay, 5 years later, which is 2028. Okay, so the stocks that I want to discuss today, and most of these stocks are those which I have discussed in my previous videos, and I'm happy to see that they have done well. Some of them have reported good quarter 4 numbers. Okay, so okay, the first one is, okay, I'll talk about this stock. It is JB Chemicals. Okay, this stock was up 8% yesterday, and as expected, it has reported good quarter 4 results, and it has been my on my post budget recommendation list for some time. Okay, so JB Chemicals is one of such stock. 2055 के आसपास का दिए था, and if we look at its chart, it is forming good bullish candles, and also the stock has been consistently doing well. The 2064, it closed, it was around 0.6% up. Market was doing really well. Yesterday it closed on a high, and the company has reduced its debt. Among specialty chemicals stocks, this is one of the rising stars. So it went down a little bit, post attaining the height of 2171, and this was around 17 April, and then it came down. So these corrections can be used in good stocks to buy them, because good stocks are like, you have to trust them, and you have to use your intuition. Some stocks works for some, and some don't work for some. So I've always seen, when my instinct, my gut says to buy a stock, so I generally follow that. Now it is again forming green bullish candles, and currently the stock closed at 2064. Okay, this is JB Chemicals. Okay, if I look at the chart, it's a decent chart, and since 14 or 19 December 2022, it was doing well. Then it went down a little bit, but it rose again around 25th January itself. Then again there was a correction, but it didn't take much time. 17 April, it touched the 2100 levels. Okay, so JB Chemicals is one such stock. 60% of brokerages say it's a good stock, they say buy, and 30% also believe that it will outperform. So this is one stock which you can see. When I suggested it, it was around I'll tell you what, it was around 1900 something. Now it is, you know, 2064. Okay, so this remains in my radar and it was up 8% yesterday. Okay, the other ones are, okay, now in that bracket of rising of around from 24 to 61% is Keynes Tech, Dixon Tech, Tata Motors, and they have rose. Keynes Tech rose is this reported a good quarter four, 40% in the last 3 months. 21% is for Dixon Tech, and Tata Motors has gone up to 21 to 22% in last 2 to 3 years. Okay, so now these are good stocks, and of course Keynes and Dixon, they have been on my radar for some time. And also, uh, if the quarter four is good, well and good. But if the company, comes down a little bit on quarter four, quarter on quarter, if the results are a little low, but it's okay because you have to see the fundamentals. The fundamentals are good. So 1323 was at what it closed, and if you look at the details, the chart is just going up. It's just going up. Okay, it's forming good green candles and it's just on the rise. Actually, you can wait for it to correct a little bit, because the stock is really going up. So this is one of, and that's why I said in the last 3 months it has risen 40%. Okay, so this is one of the stock. The other one is Dixon Tech. We all know this is a good performing company, and this has also been on the rise. Okay, I can't open all charts because there are many other stocks that I have to say. Tata Motors, actually this has also done really well, but actually Tata Motors remains contentious stock. It has, it was not performing that well in midway, but now again it is doing well. Okay, these stocks you can keep on your radar if you want to, look for some options in investing. Okay, uh, the other one is, other stocks are Praj Industries. Okay, now this reported a good quarter. Okay, the stock was up 7% yesterday. It reported a good revenue, and 1,300 uh, uh, 1308 is the order book for this company, and they also are, the management commentary was also very good. Okay, if I see the chart, okay, now if we compare this, because actually the chart is not that beautiful, but if we compare it with its peers, the company is debt free and it is likely to give a good quarter. But if we compare it with its peers, it has, the ROCE is the best. Okay, now the closest one is in the Hindustan Aeronautics, HAL, around with 30.60%. But the only problem with this stock is the promoter holding is very low. Okay, the promoters hold around 32.8%, in the company, and that is a little problematic area. But otherwise, even the operating profit has gone up 108 crores. Last year, in last March, it was around 78 crore rupees. Net profit has also gone up. Around 88 crore is the net profit, and last March it was 58 crore rupees. So you can look at this stock. It is a return on equity is, in 10 years it has given 12% return. 5 years, okay, let's look at 3 years. 3 years is 18%, and as I said, last year 24%. So this is also in that category. Okay, so the only thing is that the promoter holding is very low. I mean, like, as we prefer, public holding is 41%. This is Praj Industries. Okay, the other one is Vinti Organics. Actually, Vinti Organics is a stock which I have been following for some time, and this actually stock has made good money in the past. Its Quarter 4 was good, decent enough. Operating profit is up, but the revenue was muted. Okay, revenues were a little muted. If you look at the chart, it has also corrected like many other stocks, but it has good fundamentals. It has reduced its debt. It has almost become debt free. And if we compare its ROC with others, uh, around 30% ROC. The only other peer which is above it is Solar Industries with 36% ROC. Okay, but this is a good stock. Okay, okay. If you look at the profits, okay, operating profit is around 152 crore. It has come down a little bit from March, but if you compare it with year on year, so it was 139 crore rupees last March. Okay, net profit has also gone up 115 crore from 101 crores in year on year. Okay, so this can still be a good buy. Return on equity for the last year is 23%. Last 3 years, let's go by 3 years, 21%. And in fact, if you look at last 5 years, it was around 23%. Okay, so it is maintaining a good return on equity. Other thing, important thing is promoters hold 74% in the company. Okay, the management commentary is also good. So you can also look at this Vinati stocks, Vinati Organics. Okay, and current CMP is 1775. Okay, so Vinati Organics is done. Okay, another one, the next one is my favorite, HDFC Bank. I like this stock very much. I don't know why not many people are getting into it. Still, after that merger thing issue happened, people are still staying away from it, but many people are also investing it now. 1616 was the price at which it closed yesterday, and I don't have to talk much about this. It's a giant, it's a banking giant. Chart also looks good now. See, in July, August, it fell down. So it reached around 1300, 1360 was the price on 25th July. And since then, it has gone up. If you look at the chart. Okay. So the 50 DMA is also good. 200 DMA is also good. Okay. So company has delivered good profit over the last 5 years, and okay, if you look at peers, ROCE, Kotak Mahindra Banks is good more than this, and even IndusInd Bank, where they are on a rise, and even AU Small Finance Bank. Now, these are new names, okay? But HDFC is a consistent performer. 6.85 is the ROCE. Balance sheets have been cleaned, and they have increased their deposits and all that. Okay, profit before net profit has gone up, and from 10,000 crore 475 to 12,634 crore rupees. Okay, revenue is also gone up. Okay, so you if you have still not, and it's the right to catch it now. Return on equity last year was 19%, 3 years 17%. Okay, this is a good stock. If you still have not invested in it, if it is on your radar, please buy it now. You can look at it. Thing is that promoter holding is 25% and FIIs have 35%. So FIIs have again been investing in HDFC Bank. Okay, so in last 3 months, this has gone 21% up, and it's a good stock to invest for the long term. Okay, Helios Capitals also recommends it. Okay, Sun Pharma is the next stock. Now, these are stocks which you have heard about, and this why I'm talking about them is because there was a little problem with the quarter 4. It was a little mixed quarter 4 for Sun Pharma, but Sun Pharma is a super stock. It's Uh, US sales went up year on year, and global specialty chemicals also went up year on year, and its emerging market formulations was also up 7%. Okay, it was not as much as we were expecting, I was expecting, but still up is up. The company has reported a net loss of 2,227 crore rupees in the corresponding year, and but its net profit has also declined a little bit. But anyway, it's a good stock. Okay, so you can, whenever there's a dip in a good stock, you can use to buy it. Okay, so Sun Pharma is also on my uh, radar. The company has guided higher for research and development and investment towards specialty and US generic business. Okay, so मोहाली प्लांट में अभी थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम है, शिपमेंट वहाँ से प्रॉब्लम है यूएस एफडीए के इंस्पेक्शन के बाद, बट this is a buy. Okay, 958 is the current CMP. Of course, in 2021, when I first spoke about it, it was around 300 something. So it has more than tripled. Okay, so Sun Pharma. Okay, the next one is a little expensive stock. It's InfoEdge. InfoEdge was just zooming yesterday. It went up around 8% yesterday. And it's like InfoEdge, we know Naukri.com, Jeevansathi.com, Shiksha.com. The main chunk of InfoEdge's income comes from hiring, which is Naukri.com. Now, IT hiring is a little low, but other hirings have caught up. We all know IT is in winter, but other hirings have gone up. Okay, they have now expanded beyond IT, and its revenue was up 2.6% quarter on quarter, and EBITDA was down 1.6% quarter on quarter. But still, it remains a buy because they are into other things. I'll just look at InfoEdge. They've narrowed their losses actually, and also their revenue has gone up. Why was it doing well? Because of these reasons, and because InfoEdge is a long buy. People who buy InfoEdge, they keep it for some time. That's why the stock is also at around 4,000 something. Okay. Generally, I don't, recommend stocks which are very expensive, because I generally talk about retail investors and their investment. InfoEdge is a 4,000 का stock, retail investor कहाँ देगा? But there are some retail investors who are looking for long-term plans and long-term stocks. So InfoEdge can be a good stock. You can of course wait for it to, come down a little bit, fall a little more. But yesterday it was rallying. Okay, board has declared some 9 rupees ka dividend also. So this is one of the stock which is for the radar. I'm not recommending a buy for it. Okay, now its revenue grew by 28% at 605 crore. At the same time, the revenue was 473 crore rupees. Okay, so the revenue has gone up. Reported increase, as I said, quarter on quarter 2.6%, and EBITDA was down. So InfoEdge is one more stock to be on the radar. Okay, so these are some stock. Oh my god, it's 19 minutes already. So I'll see you in my next live. Dream Folks is one stock. It recently IPO हुआ था इसका quarter 4 strong आया है. एयरपोर्ट सर्विसेज प्रोवाइडर है ये. 563 CMP है इसका. It was up 4%. They have reported a good quarter. As we know, travel has again picked up, and people are using more of these lounge services, and they provide all that. They were very confident during that IPO period only, and that we will do well, and company has good opportunities. So they have kind of done well. The profit has risen 184%, and the revenue is also up 140%. So Dream Folks is one stock which you can look at. 563, as I said, is the uh, price, was the price when it closed. Okay, so I'll see you in my next live and I'll talk about more stocks. If you have some questions, you can definitely ask me. And I'll also discuss about more such stocks which can be invested in, as I always do. In the meanwhile, if you have some questions, you can always ask me. So here I say goodbye and keep investing and stay positive about the India story. And there are always stocks where you can invest in. Today I spoke about some stocks which are really expensive, but they, as I said, they are on the radar. Okay, generally I speak about stocks which are um, okay on valuations. They're not very high on valuations, but today also there were some stocks which I spoke which were JB Chemicals, Praj Industries, Vinti Organics. Okay, Vinti Organics is a very nice stock, you know, it's decently valued, good performing stock, and HDFC Bank, of course. Okay, so I'll see you soon and take care and have a great weekend.